Hi.
Hi. Yeah. Hi guys. This is Nomis, of course, and today we're playing Warframe. I thought we might go and explain how the damage works with status effects. Yeah. Hope you enjoy. Back to you.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is dreadstation.
Yeah. Exactly. You could seriously run a YouTube channel of your own.
Yeah, I probably will later on when I have a better PC.
Yeah. I mean, if you have my computer, you could probably have it. Because then we could scramble a good computer out of our computers.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so with this Braton build I have 92.8% status.
I could go over 100% on my Soma build, but if I do that, I'll have to switch out one of the elemental mods, and I don't want to do that.
Alright. Oh well, what are we going for mission?
Well, I'm kind of leveling stuff again.
As usual.
Exactly. I thought something simple since we're just gonna explain status effects.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, so what does impact damage do if we start off at the top of the list?
Impact stuns enemies and is a beast at destroying shields.
Alright. So it's like if you get hit by a hammer.
Exactly.
Alright, that was simple. Yeah, what does puncture do then?
Puncture pierces through armor and does more damage to armored targets.
Alright, does it have any other effects? Does it do bleed out damage or anything?
No, it does not.
Alright, that's just slash, which does.
Yeah, slash is the only one that does bleed damage.
Alright, yeah. Does slash do anything else then?
No, it basically does bleed damage.
Alright, so that's base damage stuff that almost every weapon has. Not all weapons, but most weapons. Then we have the base elementals like electricity and cold. If we start with cold.
Cold freezes enemies so that they move slower.
Alright, does this include like the damage per second? Or is it just that they move slower?
They just move slower. They also shoot slower as well.
Alright, so then it kind of impacts their damage per second.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, then we have electricity.
Electricity is good for taking out shields, and it can also stun other enemies. Hey, Stalker!
Yeah, where is he?
I don't know. I just saw him pop up somewhere. He's not after me, so...
He's with me.
And he's dead.
Yes, nice. I got Dread Blueprint.
Huzzah! Yay!
Yay.
So, next, what are the other elementals?
Heat and Toxin. If we start with heat, maybe.
Heat is excellent for making enemies panic. They just stand and wave their arms around because they're on fire. And Toxic is excellent for corpus targets because it drains their health even though they have their shields up.
Alright. So, because corpus is shield-based enemies, they are weak when their shield doesn't count.
Exactly.
Alright. And Grenier are armored targets, which we'll come into later, I guess, with corrosive.
Exactly.
Yes. Alright. Then we're done with the base elemental damage. Well, status, I think. If we start again at the top. What does Blast do and what is it good for?
Blast is good for knocking down heavy enemies, or any enemy for that matter. So that you can just stand right above them and get in as much headshots as possible.
Alright.
But you have to combine it with heat and cold damage.
Heat and cold.
Yes.
Alright. So then it sounds like explosive can be good against Well, when you have to crowd control a lot.
Exactly.
Alright, another topic I also thought of is crit versus status. How does crit damage complement or compete against status?
Well, it kind of depends on what weapon you're using. If you're using a crit-based weapon, there's no point in going a status build. But on higher tier, status weapons can actually be a bit better than crit weapons because they can melt away Grineer armor, for example, or Corpus health.
Alright, then we have corrosive when we talk about like Grineer and stuff.
Corrosive is good for melting away enemy armor.
Alright, so our Grineer are infested good. Have they much armor?
They don't have a lot of armor, but it's there.
Alright. So is corrosive anything to go for when going against infest?
No.
No. Alright. Which element combo would you go for against infested?
I would actually go gas for infested.
Alright, can you explain what gas?
Gas basically, it's basically toxin, but gas deploys a toxin cloud near the enemy that got the gas proc. So enemies nearby will get toxined as well.
Alright, so it's basically an area of effect toxin.
Exactly.
Alright, cool. Now we have magnetic. Magnetic is the main anti-corpus, right? Because of its
Yes.
anti-shield property.
Exactly. It is the best element for destroying shields.
Alright, how do you make magnetic?
Let's see if I remember it off the top of my head. I think it is cold and electricity.
Cold and electricity is magnetic. Okay. Yeah, anti-corpus, simple as that.
Exactly.
Radiation and viral left.
Viral is also one of those one of those elemental combos that is perfect for Corpus, because instead of draining like the health a certain amount per second, it actually reduces the amount of health that the enemy has.
Alright. So you could go with viral and basically kill them without even touching their shields.
Exactly.
Alright. That sounds awesome.
That's why I love Saren.
So Warframes can also do elemental damage.
As far as I know, Saren is the only one that can do viral damage. I know that Inaris can do corrosive with his ultimate, but that's about it.
If I remember correctly, Chroma can also do elemental damage based on his energy color.
Yeah, but that's just the base elements: heat, electricity, cold, and toxic.
Alright, so that's no blast or anything like that.
Sadly, no.
Alright. Then Volt, I guess, should do electricity damage with his second or first ability. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he does electricity damage with all his abilities, yeah.
Alright. Radiation, we haven't talked about radiation.
Radiation is mostly used against Grineer from what I know. I don't know if it destroys armor or anything like that more efficiently, but it does confuse the enemy so that they start attacking their own friendlies.
So it's basically nix in a gun.
Exactly.
Great for crowd control then.
Yeah, something like that.
Nice. What more is there to say about this?
When going into mission, make sure you equip the right elemental combos.
So, like a recap, Corpus, you want to go with magnetic or viral damage, right?
Exactly.
Grineer, you want radiation and corrosive, maybe blast.
You can't have radiation and corrosive unless you have the right weapon, because they both need electricity.
Alright, but you can have it on different weapons and on different teammates.
Exactly, yeah.
Alright, so this is the good anti-Grineer status effects. Yeah, and against infested you want to go with gas.
Gas or blast.
Gas or blast. Alright.
Although blast is more efficient against Corpus Robotics.
Why is it that? Why is it good against
I think it has something to do with that they are robots and blast shreds metal or something like that. I can't remember exactly why.
So, nice. How do you know if a weapon is good for a status build?
It has a high base status chance, like 25% up.
Alright. So, any good examples of a good status weapon?
Braton Prime is a good status weapon.
Alright, as I understand it, Ignis is also
Yeah, Ignis Wraith. Daiku is actually a really good status weapon because you can easily get 100% status chance. Shotguns are also most of the shotguns are really good for status.
Alright. Do you have any more to say about status?
Not really, no.
Alright. Yeah, I can't really think of anything more me either, so yeah. If anybody who's watching this have any questions, just write them down in the comments or message me, and we'll probably make a video about it. So yeah. Yeah, also, now we can actually hear you better, so I think you could maybe like tell how to join the clan.
If you want to join the clan, it's not that difficult. I have first off, you need to type me a message in game. I'm not going to give out my Steam ID to everyone because I don't really want to have a billion friends on Steam. The only requirements for joining the clan is that you are active at least daily. If you can't be active daily, then tell me why, and if it's not something retarded like, oh, I can't be active daily because I look funny, then it's not really going to be acceptable. You have to have like a reason at least.
Like you have to work or something. Like no, something legitimate.
Yeah, exactly. And I am a very understanding person as well, so if you have a disease or something like that, of course I'm going to be considerate of that and say, well, okay, I understand if you need to get better and so on, so no worries, you don't have to be active daily.
It's like be active when you can, like don't be an asshole.
Exactly, yeah.
Alright, good. Anything more to think of?
Be nice to the other clan members. That is a very important thing. Clan was made me and a friend made the clan, and we want to keep it as friendly as possible, even though he's not playing Warframe anymore.
Alright. Also, being nice to people doesn't always mean that you can't, like, joke and stuff. Like, we can get pretty rough, but we're not mean to each other. We don't hate each other, we just have that kind of humor.
Yeah, so jokes and stuff like that, it's totally fine as long as the person you're joking with knows that you're joking. If not, then tell him that you're just joking.
Yeah. And yeah, if you like think someone's serious, like let them know. I don't think most of us like realizes that that they're not taken as jokers.
Yeah, exactly. Taking us a bit too serious.
Yeah, exactly. Nice.
Another important note that me and Fatal actually discussed last night is that if someone gives you something or someone helps you, don't expect to get help or stuff like 24 hours a day, because even though I have over 2,400 hours, I'm almost up at 2,500. I still have stuff to do in Warframe, and I can't help everyone at once.
Yeah, and also like the clan exists so we can actually play with each other, and so like if you're new, then you'll probably find someone to like who's more than willing to help you, and just try to make the best of it. And also sometimes there is nobody because we're not that many in the clan yet, so then there's play by yourself, learn the game better, and of course if there is anything, then we can give tips and tricks and help you farm and stuff and whatever.
If I'm gonna clarify myself a bit, don't be afraid to ask. Just don't expect to get help 100% of the time that you need it.
Yeah. Like, if there is an open slot in one of the squads, like, just they'll probably just accept you. Although you might not maybe go on unlock spree to unlock all the nodes, but you can at least find a squad, right?
Yeah, exactly. And yes, before anyone asks or write in the comments, we do as much as we can to help as many as we can, but as of right now, we're only 4 people that help everyone out. So at the moment, it's working pretty good with helping people, but like even we have stuff to do.
Yeah, like I have usually most of the days like 7 hours a day or more in the game, so I can easily help out a lot, and as can dreadstation. But like as he said, we have other things to do also, and yeah. If there are veteran players who want to join, there's like nice.
Yeah, if you're a veteran and you want to join, then you're more than welcome to. We need more high tier players that can help out a bit with the low tier players, but like I said, you have to be nice to them, and you have to be willing to help out as well.
And also, like, low tier players can also help out each other. Like, if all the Polydorus, for example, if you were like 4 new players, you could easily go an hour, not maybe an hour, but a long time in all the Polydorus. Not sure what the
Comparison, I think it is.
I'm not sure what the new Apollodorus is, but yeah, the old Apollodorus you could easily go a long time with new players, and like new players can also help out each other. Just form a squad. If one of you gets like some tips, you can easily share it down the line.
I'm one of those players. I try to share all the tips I have with new players and stuff so that they learn a bit more about the game and so that it becomes more enjoyable. Because, well, I kind of want them to enjoy the game.
Yeah, it's more fun that way, because like it's more fun to have people to play with. This game is not, according to me, that fun to play alone. But once you got some people to play with, then it instantly becomes way more enjoyable. Also more rewarding in terms of loot and experience.
Yeah, a 4-man squad gives way more XP than a 1-man squad, for example.
Yeah, I think on the last focus run we did, we got 100k or more focus. It stops counting after 100k. I think we got more than 100k for doing 2 people run. Well, we did like pretty high tier run, but still, and 1.5 hour I think. I'll get myself a lighter and see, as old Mesa, you know.
Yeah, I remember that. God, I missed that.
Yeah, the fact you went AFK and still carried the team.
Yeah, I remember once I put a lighter that didn't have any gas in it on my fire button, and then I went out and had a smoke, and then when I came back I was still killing things.
Yeah.
That was a very long time ago.
Yeah. Do you have anything more that could be of any value to either new or older players?
This is something that probably older players know about, but new players don't. If you're in a survival mission, do not activate life support before it's at 30%.
Yeah.
Onto Soma build. Okay, so I have formed my Soma 6 times. May God have mercy on my soul. I have a maxed out Serration, maxed out Heavy Caliber. Okay, you know what? All my cards are maxed out. Serration, Heavy Caliber, Split Chamber. Soma Critatis, which is a Riven mod for the Soma, that gives me 62.1% more critical damage and 78.9% critical chance. Infected Clip, Stormbringer, Vital Sense, and Point Strike, which gives me a critical chance of 98.7% and a critical multiplier of 8.5.
Alright, nice.